Welcome to Bible Stories Time. Welcome, dear friends. Today, we dive into another powerful Bible story, one filled with lessons of faith, humility, and God's divine plan. Sit back, open your heart, and let's journey through the scriptures together. The Tower of Babel, a cinematic Bible story. The united world before Babel. Long ago, the world was united. One people, one language, one purpose. They lived in harmony, speaking the same words, understanding one another without confusion. Peaceful villages, families working together, children playing, traders exchanging goods. The Great Journey. As people moved eastward, they discovered a vast and fertile land called Shinar. They saw its potential and decided to settle there, dreaming of a great city. A large group of travelers moving, herding animals, carrying supplies, pointing towards the open plains of Shinar. The birth of an ambitious idea leader. Look at this land. We shall build a city here, a place that will make us great. Crowd, yes! Let us make a name for ourselves. With hearts full of ambition, they sought not just to build a city, but a tower that would reach the heavens. Men gathered, discussing, drawing plans on the ground, pointing towards the sky. Yes, the tower construction begins. Narration. Brick by brick, stone by stone, the tower began to rise. The people labored tirelessly, convinced they were building their legacy. Men stacking bricks, smoke rising from kilns, children watching in awe. Ignoring God's will, should we not seek the Lord's will? Should we not ask for His guidance? Leader, why do we need divine help? We are strong, capable. We will build our way to the heavens. Pride had filled their hearts, and they believed they needed no one, not even God. The elder looks worried as the leader dismisses him. Workers continue building. Scene 6. The tower rises. Celebration and confidence. Worker 1, look how high it has risen. Worker 2, soon, we will be gods among men. The tower stood tall, a monument of their self-glory, but their hearts had forgotten the true Creator. People celebrating, looking up in admiration, confident in their achievement. Voice of God. God observes from heaven. The Lord looked down and saw the tower, but more importantly, He saw the pride in their hearts. He knew they had turned away from Him. Voice of God, they are united with one language. If they succeed in this, nothing will be impossible for them. Let us intervene. A divine glow from the heavens, angelic figures observing the city. The divine decision. God decided to humble them, to remind them who was truly in control. And so, He confused their language. A sudden shift, heavenly light spreads across the city. A mystical wave covers the people. Confusion begins. The first signs. Worker 1, pass me the bricks. Worker 2, what? What are you saying? Suddenly, they could no longer understand each other. Their words turned to gibberish. Their instructions became meaningless. Shocked faces, frustration, people gesturing wildly, unable to communicate. Full-scale chaos and division. As the confusion spread, frustration turned into conflict. The great work stopped, and the once united people turned against each other. People arguing, fights breaking out, tools dropped, workers walking away from the project. The tower is abandoned. The mighty tower, once a symbol of human ambition, now stood incomplete. The people had no choice but to leave it behind. The tower standing tall but unfinished, abandoned tools scattered around. The scattering of nations. With different languages separating them, the people scattered across the earth. They carried their traditions, their customs, but they could no longer live as one. Groups moving in different directions, families looking back one last time at the unfinished tower. Tower forming, a world forever changed. The world was no longer one people, one language. Nations and cultures were born, and the legacy of Babel became a lesson for generations to come. Different cultures forming, distinct clothing, new settlements. Lessons from Babel elder, telling children, remember, pride leads to downfall, but those who seek God's will shall prosper. The story of Babel became a warning, a reminder that human ambition without God leads to ruin. A wise elder telling the story to young children by a fire. Hope for redemption, a future unity narration. But one day, all languages will be united again, not through human power, but through God's love. In His kingdom, every tribe, nation, and tongue will worship together. A flash forward to Revelation 7:9. A great multitude from every nation worshiping before the throne of God. The Tower of Babel reminds us that true unity is found not in our own strength, but in God's will. May we always seek Him first, for only in Him do we find purpose, peace, and true unity. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more Bible stories and lessons.